Today on Suncoast View, did you know Sarasota schools do not have librarians? We'll check out what that means for students learning about books.
It's a creepy, crawly time of year, especially at the box office. Our film guy is here with a monster movie mashup.
And talented teens from the Manatee School of Performing Arts are here to preview the musical Into the Woods. All that and more right now in Suncoast Zoo.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to our beauty expert, Nikki Williams.
Yes. Hi, ladies. I missed you. It's
Good
been
to
a
have you
while.
back in town.
Yes. Yeah. I was working everywhere. I've been everywhere since I've seen you, so it's been kind of a little roundabout. So I'm happy to be back in my second home with you.
Well, we're glad you're here. We
too.
love to follow your escapades on
yes.
social media, and we know that October is, of course, when you get to spend time at St. Jude.
Yes.
Tell us about that experience and what you were up to this year.
This is my 6th year, and I actually get to go in and do makeovers on the kids in the hospital. So it's for the
wow.
teens and the tweens, and it was absolutely just the most amazing experience again and again. We get to go out, we get to have this great little pink carpet, if you'll call it that. Longcomb sponsors the event and does all of the makeup, so they get to go home with these great goodie bags. This year we brought influencers out to where they can meet some of their favorite influencers from YouTube channels. It was unbelievable. I can't tell you, it goes by so fast, and I get to do it on my birthday, which is the best gift I could ever give to myself, and it just goes by so fast. I wish I could do it. I always say I want to do it for extra, you know, I want to do it for days, and they're like, we can't, because there's just so much support for the hospital, but I love it. It's such an incredible experience.
Oh, for them to know they can be beautiful, that they are
They're
beautiful.
they're the most inspiring people you'll ever meet. St. Jude is the happiest environment you've ever been in, and I know that sounds crazy, but it really and truly is, because there's just so much belief, and it's so uplifting. It's a real re-register. I always say you re-register, you know, you realize you don't have a problem in the world. If this person can be happy and feel like they can conquer anything, come on. What, you know, what's my problems, really? So.
Well, what a gift that you give them, and also it's great to hear that they give it to you. So. And by the way, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, same to you, hot stuff.
The Libras are celebrating.
I don't? Oh, no. I'm probably going to reverse, Linda. That's like why I've gotten into this beauty industry. It's just working backwards.
So is Linda.
Following you.
Linda would like that as well. All right, let's see who's in the kitchen today. We welcome back Chef Nikita from Geyer's Sausage Kitchen. Hello, what are we making today?
Hello, so today we have Italian stuffed spaghetti squash, and I mixed it with our Italian sausage. So a little play on it, and something a little different for the fall time. I figured it's fun to use festive. I know we don't really get cold here, but it's fun to use something more festive, pretend that it's cooling down.
Absolutely, and we hear there's a cold front, very loosely, so coming though. So we are in the fall spirit. We will definitely look forward to giving that a try. Great to have you here. Well, it's great to have Bo Beth back.
I am
because-
happy to be back.
She was out vacationing with her family, but I love some of the pictures I saw because you were having mom's sister time.
I know. You know, it's funny because we haven't done this in years. And you knew I was going to lose some vacation days, so I said, you know what? Just do it. And we planned a last-minute trip and went to Dominican Republic, and it was just amazing. We did a lot and just hung out.
Just to spend time together like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like you get. I know you see your family a lot, but it's different when you're visiting and stopping by and running in and out, and then just going somewhere and having complete immersion.
My mom said, she was like, you know, it's weird. She was like, thank you so much for letting me step away, because I almost forced them to come with me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I had the time, but I didn't have anyone to go with. And I was like, well, I planned a trip and I got a ticket, so you guys are coming. And this morning she called me. She was like, I didn't realize how immersed I was in my work and everyday life that I, you know, finally get to relax in vacation. She's already planning her next vacation.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's
You
wonderful.
look very well rested and gorgeous.
Oh, yes, you do. You came back with a new spark, so that is a wonderful thing. Well, I didn't get a vacation, but I get to do a lot of, I call them staycations, you know, fun night outs in our area. And last night, I got to remember how amazing Bradenton is. You will recognize some of those women. That's Nikki Logan Curran and Tracy Freeman from Edible Sarasota. And Realize Bradenton hosts an event called The Long Table, right in the middle of downtown Bradenton, a 200-seat long table.
Wow.
Where the very talented chefs from many of the downtown Bradenton restaurants served dinner. And it's always nice to be able to, you know, be outside and, you know, see different people and appreciate the great culinary talents that we have in our area. But, you know, Bradenton has so much going on.
Oh, it does.
It is so up and coming. It is young, it is hip, and there's just a lot to celebrate there. And the energy of the people there behind everything was so amazing.
Oh, good.
There
Like,
you
they're
were
so
doing
proud.
all glamour, and I was at the Fruitville Pumpkin Festival with my grandchildren. The absolute opposite.
Yeah, well, we all do a little bit of everything up here, so it's fun to come back and share memories. But, you know, I'm proud of our area. It's nice to sit back and be able to say
and
that.
Bradenton is reaching for the stars with their
Absolutely.
entertainment.
So we're looking forward to seeing more with them. It is time for our first hot topic, and Sarasota County boasts A-rated schools, and we're one of the top funded districts in the state, yet we're missing something. There are no librarians in the Sarasota public schools. In fact, Sarasota is one of only 2 districts in the state without school librarians. The school libraries are run by paraprofessionals who make slightly more than school bus drivers per hour, according to the Herald Tribune. Studies show that higher quality libraries lead to better test scores. In Sarasota County, 1 in 3 third graders is not reading at grade level. Did you know we did not have librarians?
I did not know
I
that.
did not know that
That is
either.
shocking, because if you can learn to read, you can never be bored in all of your life. There's always a book
And
available.
I'm not sure it's about learning to read so much as learning the resources available.
But I was just thinking that now, you know, no one is going to the card catalog and understanding the duodecimal system or
But they
whatever.
probably
it's called,
should be.
you
But the
know?
libriaries are doing a lot more now than they did
Yeah.
before. They're
But now you
meeting a
just Google
lot of
everything
other
on your
needs.
phone. You don't necessarily even have
But
to
you
get
have to
the
learn
actual
how to
book.
do that. Like
And
that's
what to
what a
look for.
library
I'm not
is
saying you guys
research.
aren't correct. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you know, this is just almost a sign of the times. And I'm thinking, you
Made
know,
me sad.
But think about it, Courtney, one of my really good friends that you guys have met. Courtney is a librarian, and she works in St. Pete. And I think it's actually really interesting to see what she does, because I get to see what she does. So she goes and she picks the student books that they're going to read. She helps put the, you know, all of the things in the library to where that they, you know, basically you think kids can just read anything, but she'll go ahead and go in and say, hey, here's a novel for this class, you know, maybe it's on
Right.
art. She'll
This
go
is
and
more
research and
appropriate.
find.
This is
She
more.
also now has a 3D printer. She has a bunch of different things in there, and she teaches them how to basically categorize and do different things like that. And she has these, I couldn't even imagine not having her, you know, as a librarian.
Well, and it's a
in-house.
cost-saving issue.
yeah, I was thinking, you know, but how do you afford that versus a teacher that's doing something else?
Yeah, and I heard from the head of the library system in Sarasota County that more people, like double the number of people, now visit libraries than they did like 10 years ago,
Wow.
because there's so many more resources. There are computers,
Right,
there are
there's so many
printers,
things there.
there's everything.
So you do need to be familiar. I know I was surprised, and all of us, so knowing that none of the 4 of us knew that there were not libraries in the school
Yes.
system, and Linda's obviously got grandchildren in the system, it's just something to keep in mind, you know, that maybe that's something we need to revisit as they look at budgets, because we want to be at the top, and that is definitely something different. So parents in a town in New York State could go to jail if their kids bully other kids. Lawmakers passed an anti-bullying law that puts the pressure on parents to keep kids under control. So there would be a fine and up to 15 days jail time possible if there were to be 2 bullying offenses in 90 days. Now, officials claim they are trying to engage parents in the process more, and by having parent consequences, that should happen. 30% of kids get bullied in grades 6 through 12, with most of it happening in middle school. What do you think about holding parents accountable?
I think it's a very good idea. I think I have my stepdaughter's a teacher and my sister's a teacher, and they talk about being threatened by the parents. When they correct a child and say you're bullying or something like that, the parent comes to school and threatens them. So I think
Parents are bully too.
yes, the parents are
very good.
bullies. So I think. But I really, really believe there should be classes to teach kids what is proper behavior.
So we basically have to teach people how to be kind again. Isn't this
Yes,
incredible?
yes.
I mean, this is our world that we're living in right now, is that kindness has to actually be taught, that it's not something that you actually, it just drives me crazy. And I honestly think that, you know, mental health issues are a big problem. And if we address mental health, then we might also be able to get past that, because bullying is basically, what if you're a parent who has a child that has a mental health issue and they just lash out and you haven't been diagnosed yet? Then you're going to end up paying fines for that child. It seems like it's very kind of attacking. You know
I think
what I
That's
mean?
a very rare condition,
Well, I think
though.
it's a complicated problem. I think it's just more than just holding the parents accountable. I think that's part of it, because right now, if your child did something else, if your child hit another person's car or something else, you're held responsible
True.
regardless.
Yeah.
So I think this is just an extension of that. But I think it goes beyond just teaching kindness. I think it also, there is a level of self-worth and self-importance and self that you have to teach the person that's being bullied to say you don't get your your self-esteem from someone else and what they think about you. It's not just
or shutting other people down.
It's not just saying, hey, don't bully. It's also helping the child too that is struggling find that thing that brings them out.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's a combination of different things that need to happen, not just on one angle. And I think that's what people tend to do.
And
they tackle it one way.
Do the kids learn not to bully, though, if the parent is the one being chastised? That's the only thing I like.
Oh, I bet mom and dad will make that
But what
very
about
clear.
this? What about this? Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what about this? I mean, think about it. You know, these kids should be suspended. They should be. That's the way it works.
And they are.
Here's
But
the
not in
problem.
many cases.
No,
The parents
they
come
don't
and they
because the
fight.
school boards and the schools and the districts don't want to have that many suspensions on their belt. So they do warning after warning after warning after warning. So making the parent accountable is great, but why not just be truthful and suspend the kid?
Did you guys hear about the case that just happened in New York? The kid was being bullied, and he ended up stabbing the bullier.
Yes.
Now he's going to, you know, going to be in jail. Like, I think there's multiple things that need to happen, not just on one angle. We need to tackle it in multiple ways.
Because our society does give the bully a lot of appreciation these days in
Or at least
older life.
attention. At least attention. Well, there's a lot of talk about how to market to millennials. A new study warns companies don't bypass the baby boomers. Understanding the buying power of consumers 55 years and older could cost trillions of dollars in lost revenue opportunities. The study shows that ageism runs rampant in marketing and that companies do not recognize the size of our older population and their spending power. Mickey, you're our product expert. Are we forgetting about the people who actually have the money to spend and have the disposable income? And
yeah, absolutely. I think that that's what's incredible is that you have all of these people, like look at just basically a YouTube channel, okay, and you have this influencer, they're promoting it to millennials. You've got, you know, Chanel, you've got all of these makeup lines that are promoting that now with like younger versions of their models to promote to those millennials. But those kids are borrowing money from their parents to buy these products.
Exactly.
So I get it. It becomes like more and more youth is into luxury, which I find unbelievable. And at the same time, I just feel like there's kind of this huge missing gap in, you know, all of the kind of marketing, even in YouTube. Like, I feel like there's this huge marketing gap that's for like 35 up. You know what I mean? It's just
well, I don't think the millennials are forgetting about it. For instance, my little brother, he goes straight to the grandma for money. So he knows where the money is.
Well, I'm the grandma, and if you don't market to me and I don't buy, you're in big trouble. My age group here in Sarasota are the ones with the money.
Absolutely.
I've always said, you want to sell my daughter a car? Then make me buy the car because I'll pay for hers if I have to. But you've got to market to this area, and we have been forgotten. It's the in thing to market to millennials.
right, and they don't have the money. So.
Your kids and grandkids don't have gotten the message though.
They know where to come
They know
for
where
the
to go
money.
for the
when they
money.
market to,
yes.
if you market to a millennial, okay, or something like that, and you do it through social marketing, okay, that's free publicity. Think of all the money that these brands save on advertising because they get somebody who's a millennial who has 1 million followers to promote their product,
right.
and then all of a sudden that's an entire ad campaign that they don't have to worry
Linda,
about.
you
because
need more
everyone's gonna
Facebook
be-
friends or they're not going to market to you. You need to spread the word.
I don't even know who the influencers are.
Yeah.
So I am not interested in those people.
Right.
So they have to find a different way to market to
Well,
us.
just traditional works. All right, so imagine having a custom house and your neighbors like it so much they rebuild theirs to look the same. All right, I understand these are rich people problems, but the owners of the house on the left are suing the people that own the house on the right for copying the look of their multi-million-dollar home. Their claim, copyright infringement of the design and decreasing the value of their unique home. There's distinct details like gables, raised stonework, and an arched doorway that are noted. What do you think? Can you get mad
You can't
at your
copyright
neighbor?
something that's visible, like from the street.
The design was, they claim, was
at that.
copyright. So, I mean, big old lawsuit.
You can architectural things. That's very interesting.
That is.
It's like
Very
it's going to be
interesting.
a ghetto of exactly the same expensive houses.
I wouldn't go that far. I think people do that though. Neighbors, once you do an improvement on your home, there's a good possibility your neighbors will do it. Like when people get pavers, the next thing you know, your next door neighbor has the pavers, or when you get lights.
But a little different when you've got architectural significance as your hallmark.
But it's typically like window shopping. You see something that's there, and then you decide you want it. I get it. And there's enough difference in that. Look, the chimney, all of it. I see that the arc, and I see the style of the home. But that style of the home, it's not its own personal style. They took that style from another.
Not sure it's lawsuit worthy.
No.
Yeah.
How about they just find something else to do with their time?
Yeah.
Find something else to complain about.
Yeah.
All right, we
First
agree with
world
that one.
problems.
I think they don't like
Exactly.
neighbors for other reasons.
Probably. I'm guessing there's a backstory here. All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. When we come back, we head into the woods.
Thanks, Stephanie. We've got some showers and thunderstorms rumbling across the area, especially in southern parts of our viewing area. We've got it just developing in the last few minutes. Radar shows them traveling across the state, just as we've seen for the last couple of days on an easterly flow. But you can see right down there on the bend of I-75 between Venice and Warm Mineral Springs, west of Northport, around Inglewood. We've had some claps of thunder and lightning in the last half hour, and we're going to see that increase overnight. In fact, here's our future radar showing that those storms are down there, but as we move through the overnight hours, a greater chance develops. Look at this around 1, 2, 3 in the morning, so we may be awakened by some claps of thunder overnight. And temperatures cooling off from the mid-80s now into the 70s through the evening, and all the way down to about 72 for the overnight forecast. We have the season's first cool front approaching us, and it'll be here tomorrow with an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be more comfortable. I'll tell you all about it coming up in our newscast this evening.
Manatee School for the Arts is a public charter school that infuses theater, music, dance, and visual arts into their curriculum. This fall, the school is staging the musical Into the Woods, and today students are here to give us a preview. Take it away, guys.
Keep away from him! No! This is no time to be soft-hearted. Jack is going to the giant, and I'm taking him.
Yes, he's the one to blame. It's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
But it isn't my fault. I was given those beans who persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans there'd have been no stock to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, magic beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told. Were they worthless beans? Were they oversold? Oh, and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold.
See, it's your fault!
No!
So it's your fault.
No!
Yes, it is!
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, though. I only stole the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault!
Yes!
No, it isn't. I kept those beans, but our house was cursed. She made us get a cow to get the curse reversed.
It's your father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place! Oh, then it's his fault!
So-
It was his fault!
No!
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, though. I chopped on the beanstalk, right? That's clear, but without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place, second place?
Yes! How?
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean?
The other bean?
You pocketed the other bean.
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's her?
No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's her?
No, it isn't.
Then whose is it?
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoes, so the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
You mean that old bean that your wife, oh dear, well I never knew it, so I threw it, don't look here! So it's your fault! But,
See, it's her fault,
But-
and it isn't mine at
Oh,
all.
but what?
well if you hadn't gone back up again!
We were needy.
You were greedy, did you need that hen?
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then! So what about the harp in the third place?
The harp, yes.
She went and dared me to.
I dared you,
You
too?
dared me. You said that I was.
Me?
You dared.
No, I didn't!
So it's your fault.
Wait a minute! You hadn't dared him too!
And you had left the harp alone.
Well, if
we
you
wouldn't be in
hadn't thrown
trouble
away the bean in the first place, it was your fault!
raised him in the first
See,
place.
it's you who raised the beans in the first place!
It's your fault.
You're responsible! You're the one to blame! It's your fault!
Oh my God.
That's so funny. Michael Bajali, it's your fault.
It's your fault they can talk so fast.
They
That's
are
amazing.
amazing. Everybody wants to see them now. They're going to be at the Manatee School of Performing Arts on October 19th through the 21st. They are amazing, Michael. And you are the director of these
Yes, I am.
very, very talented young people.
Yes.
Remind us of the story. It seems like my house they're talking about, but that's very interesting.
Into the Woods is a mashup of different fairy tales and all about fairy tale characters that are recognizable to us who all have a different wish. Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk, a baker and his wife, a witch, and we want to see them get their wishes, and they do get their wishes by the end of Act 1. Then in Act 2, we learn that be careful what you wish for.
Aha. So they do every part of the production, not just the performing.
Yes, yes. This is all students working on the sound, helping with the costumes, backstage, actors. So we have adults who are in different positions teaching these children how to be totally part of a production, and then this is all student performed and done.
Oh, I want to go to
amazing.
your school. That looks like a lot of fun. How do you get into Manatee School for the Arts?
Well, it's a 6 through 12 school, so you can apply. Our high schoolers also audition because you take arts classes in every grade level. Every sixth grader takes classes in the arts, and then you can opt to take different arts classes from grades 7 through 12.
And I know you do a variety, but do a lot of these kids go on to professional careers in arts?
Yes, and as we're celebrating our 20th year, we're creating an entire wall of fame that shows all of our talented professionals who have gone into the fields of the arts.
Because it is fun to look back and see where the students have ended up.
And so motivating for the current students.
I bet.
Oh, yes. How do you get in?
You audition, as I said, you can have a portfolio.
Oh, my, at this age.
Well, grade 9th grade through 12th grade, 6th through 8th grade, you fill out an application. And, we want as many children as we can possibly serve who are interested in the arts, and our school is all about using the arts also in the academic curriculum.
Wow.
So how to learn math,
great.
science, everything through the arts.
Yeah, you get excited about school.
Yes.
Well, you've got to see this production. It looks like it's going to be awesome. It's Into the Woods. It's October 19th through the 21st, and for tickets and information, go to Manatee School for the Arts website. And coming up next, Dr. Jenny.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Besides being painful and uncomfortable, cold sores make us very self-conscious, and unfortunately, they often take days or even weeks to disappear. Today, we asked Dr. Jenny Wilkins from Age Vital Pharmacy what we can do to make this situation a little bit better, or maybe great. That's what we always want from you, Dr. Jenny. So what are cold sores?
Well, cold sores are like little mouth ulcers that form on the outside of your, and it usually happens during cold season. So they call them cold sores because that's when people's immune system seems to be weaker because everyone's getting a cold, they have the flu.
Are they a virus, really?
But it is. It's a virus that one contracts, through, there's different reasons why one does it, but they're painful. They have big blisters.
Oh, they
and
look
I've seen
awful.
some people
Yeah,
that
they look
have
so terrible. And they feel awful, too.
And about 90% of the population right now has them. So this is unbelievable. So it's become something where it's like like a norm. If you don't have one, you're like, what? Well, you're good at not sharing stuff with other people.
Oh
you know?
my, that's not good. Well, how are they spread?
Well, they're spread through, you know, kissing and touching and through saliva. If you're sharing a cup, like if you had it, you know, on your cup, it will be on there for, you know, quite a few hours, and it's like, hey, Linda, can I, you know, drink that? So a kiss, skin to skin, hugging, towels, razors, you know, a lot of people share razors when they're doing the mustache, cups and different things like that. Lipstick, lip balm. I always tell my children, don't share beverages with other people because you're going to catch their cooties. So in that sense, you'll catch the cold sore cooties.
I know you mentioned those things, but is it still catchable if the person doesn't have the outbreak visible? Like, let's say they have it and you use a cup.
It only is transmitted when there's actually, you know, the tingling, when
there
people
is an
feel
outbreak.
it, when there's an outbreak
but you might not be able to see it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, everybody doesn't get it. What triggers it?
It's a suppressed immune system. So when one, you know, is feeling really stressed out, you usually college students will get it when they're really, really stressed. Colds, fevers, mental stress, emotional stress, dental treatments, because that's really harsh, illnesses, and then trauma to lips, something that happens when someone's wearing braces or something like that. So think of, you know, being stressed is like a killer because it'll weaken your immune system and then it leaves you open. You know, your immune system gets compromised.
What can we do to prevent it?
So prevention, I have supplements that I really, really love. L-lysine, #1, that's a big immune system enhancer. So that's instead of Valtrax or Zervirix or any of those, you know, over-the-counter or prescription medications that really, you know, it doesn't really speed up, you know, healing. A lot of people are like, the Valtrax doesn't really work for me, and it has a lot of negative side effects. L-lysine is really what the, you know, the key trigger is. Someone's deficient in L-lysine, then you know, it's going to go away. I have people that, you know, within a day, 2 days, now their outbreak doesn't last for 2 weeks. Now it only lasts for 2 days. Some of them say it falls right off. It dries up so fast.
So it's treating the inside immune system to help the result.
Yeah, amino acids are funny things because amino acids talk to each other in the body. So when there's a virus in there, if you have the wrong type of amino acids, when you have an outbreak, usually it's because someone has loads of arginine in the system. So you get L-lysine to talk to the L-arginine. I know it sounds so funny, but it is in biochemistry. The L-lysine sends those signals for that virus to go back because it's dormant in the spines where it starts. Wow. It's the chickenpox virus. It's the shingles virus.
Okay.
So, and a lot of people, you know, it'll get in the genital area. It's all the same virus. It's just exactly, you know, where you get it.
Before we run out of time, let's go over the other 2 products you bought.
CBD, love it for topical for the pain, but it also helps increase those T helper cells. So those good white blood cells that help attack viruses. So you're thinking antivirals when you're dealing with viruses. So CBD is one of those mega antivirals, antioxidants, keeping your immune system strong, avoiding coffee, avoiding chocolate, avoiding strawberries, avoiding nuts. And that's for people that already have the virus. I'm like, well, if you're drinking too much coffee, you got to make sure you take tons and tons of L-lysine so you don't, you know, mess with that ratio of arginine and L-lysine. So it's all about balance in the body.
Real quick.
Yep, the CBD tincture and the CBD cream.
Oh,
both of them for pain.
Okay, great.
Very good. Thank you so much, Dr.
welcome.
Jenny. And you can find Dr. Jenny at Age Vital Pharmacy in downtown Sarasota on Main Street or online at her website. And coming up next, monster movies. Get set.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline to see if you can get the extra benefits you deserve. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is now accepting calls. You may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't miss the annual election period deadline for Medicare Advantage. Call now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
It's a spooky time of year, and what better to get into the Halloween spirit than with a good monster movie? And our movie guy, Matt Lydell, is here with a monster movie mashup. And I hear that all of these are scary, and you know Stephanie's afraid.
Yeah, I may need to leave.
So,
I mean, are these all scary?
Is this mashup scary?
You guys don't want scary?
I don't like scary.
I don't
like
scary. Okay.
Well, it's that time of the year, so.
No, of course.
You
yeah.
gotta go.
So we got, yeah. Well, you're in luck. I think I brought some stuff that isn't scary.
Okay.
I tried to get a mix of everything because not everyone wants to be scared. I got that. So.
Okay.
You know.
I trust you. All right, I'm going to sit here and try to get through it.
All right,
Yeah.
so tell us what the first one is.
I mean, it's something that we need to talk about. It's been out for a little while, but we need to talk about it because that has been making so much money. I'm pretty sure it's the #1 horror movie ever made. It beat out The Exorcist finally.
Oh, really?
And it's really good. I don't think it's that scary. It's good, it's fun, and it's definitely scary. But for the most part, it's a really kind of cool coming-of-age story. It's very nostalgic, kind of look back at childhood and everything. I feel like if you don't really like scary movies, you're definitely, you know, you'll probably have issues with it, especially if you don't like clowns.
I was going to say, will you ever like clowns again?
No, of course not.
It's ruining clowns for me.
But I think the movie is also really funny. I think the actors who play the kids are awesome. Overall, yeah, I think it's a really good movie. So definitely, if you have not seen it, that should be your first go-to for a good Halloween.
Okay,
that sounds good.
I wouldn't be able to sleep. No.
All right, so what's the next one?
The next one is something that I actually wasn't originally planning on talking about and I haven't seen yet. But when I was telling people I was going to do this segment, they're like, are you going to talk about Happy Death Day? And I was like, I don't think so.
It made the box office.
I don't know if I like that name.
It was the #1 movie over the weekend.
Really?
And it was a $5 million budget movie, which is very low for most kind of things. And, you know, it's #1 right now and made $26 million or something.
And that face with 1 tooth.
This is like another Chucky.
So it's Groundhog Day. This girl keeps getting killed by this killer and wakes up every morning and has to figure out who the killer is that is coming after her every day.
It must have been a dark weekend if this was #1 at the box office.
Notable out of all of these, this is the only PG-13 one. So this seems like it's more in line of like cheesy teen horror movie kind of thing. So if you're in the mood for something that's maybe not super scary, super violent, this maybe is kind of what you're looking for.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me more. I think I'll pass on that one.
What else have you got?
And the next one is one that I had brought up previously on a segment before, but it's on demand, and it was still one of my favorite movies of the year. We need to talk about Get Out just a little bit very quickly. This movie is so good. It's one of the smartest movies of the year. It's really funny. This one is really scary.
And funny.
And funny, yeah. It's a really great mix of so many different feels. Jordan Peele is a great writer and director. This movie is a blast. I had so much fun with this movie. And yeah, so definitely check that out.
previews,
So far, I
definitely.
haven't seen the funny part.
No,
Well,
not
no,
really.
I don't know if I would call it funny.
Smart.
It's
just
yes,
clever.
it is a very wry sense of humor.
That
it's
one
very
freaked me out.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I could not.
Oh,
watch
I remember
her.
the TSA part was funny at the very end. The guy who said,
don't say too much.
Give
No.
away the movie.
No, no.
All right, so Get Out is on the list.
Yes.
What else do
Okay.
we
So
got?
now we can kind of transition into stuff that's maybe not so scary. I have a couple. So we
Stephanie?
said yes. So we kind of thought, all right, well, let's talk about some things that are monster-centric, but maybe aren't necessarily scary.
Okay,
So things to kind of get you in the Halloween mood. A movie that I really liked this year was a movie called Colossal with Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
This is kind of an indie comedy starring Anne Hathaway. She moves back to her hometown. She's an alcoholic. She's a complete mess and is getting back in with an old crowd and is all dealing with all these issues. And then on the other end of the world in Seoul, South Korea, there's a monster attack, like a Godzilla thing. And you're like, okay, how are those two things connected? That doesn't make any sense. By the end of it, they are totally connected, and I don't want to say too much about what this movie is, but if you can kind of go along with the weird premise, I think this movie's really funny. It has some really dark moments, and Anne Hathaway is great in it.
Oh,
And
wow.
also,
So does it unfold quick enough that you get it?
yeah, it's like a
Okay.
quick, like kind of 90-minute movie from I remember. It's clips along, and I really enjoy this movie so much. Jason Sudeikis is in it, who was a Saturday Night Live guy.
Yeah.
And he's like actually like he's maybe the scariest thing about the movie.
Really?
He's really good in it. So definitely check that out if you I kind of feel like it's a crowd pleaser despite its kind of weird tone and offbeat idea.
Okay, and you got one more for us.
Yeah, so we're looking ahead a little bit. This is coming out in December 8th, and this is going to be your first taste at some Oscar buzz. But it also happens to have a monster in it, so it's a perfect time to talk about it. It's The Shape of Water from writer and director Guillermo del Toro, and it's sort of a Cold War fairy tale about a romance between a woman and a monster, and we have a quick clip, so let's take a look.
This may very well be the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
You may think that thing looks human. Stands on two legs, right? But we're created in the Lord's image. You don't think that's what the Lord looks like, do you?
This creature is intelligent, capable of language, of understanding emotions.
Yeah, so this is my second most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. I'm a big fan of this writer and director. This was getting a lot of buzz around some of the indie circuits at some of the festivals. Sally Hawkins is playing a woman who's a janitor at this government facility and finds this weird monster man creature. And things kind of unfold in I have tried not to spoil myself too much about what the movie is because I like the director quite a bit. But apparently there's a love story, and apparently a whole lot of people are going to get attacked by this monster. So yeah, and it's a cool mix, between something that might be a little scary and also something that's going to be, very Oscar buzz. It is very a high caliber of acting, production value, and everything. So definitely very excited
something
for
to look
that.
forward to.
Yeah.
Loving a monster.
We are in the Halloween spirit now.
Yes.
I'm ready for
I'm
it.
so happy.
Thank you so much, Matt. And next, Mickey is going to have a special treat for us. She's going to show us some limited release products that we can share with you guys. We'll be right back.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Beefed up security at the University of Florida, what the governor is doing to make sure students stay safe during a white nationalist speech this week. Plus, get ready for Ball in Northport, the groundbreaking ceremony for the new Atlanta Braves spring training stadium. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Steve Newman.
Jacqueline, we have an approaching cool front. You kind of see it up there in the Big Bend area. It's going to sag over Florida the next day, bringing an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms. In the last hour, we've seen some pop up around Warm Mineral Springs, Inglewood, just to the east of Venice. And those are just going to increase through the evening, but a greater chance in the overnight hours. We hear some rumbles of thunder coming in around 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So we have some changes coming our way, which we'll be telling you all about coming up at ABC 7 News at 5, 6, and 7.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
As a beauty insider, our beauty expert and guest host, Mickey Williams, gets to see all of the newest products first. And today, she's showing us some of amazing array of new releases and limited editions. And Mickey, tell me, these products are not going to just be around long. In fact, they're not only limited edition, they also sell out.
Some of them are limited edition, but some of these are just basically, guess what, they're back in stock. And, this palette, 30K wait list. 30K people put their names on a wait list for it. So we'll start first with this beautiful packaging right here.
Yeah, I love the color and the
This is belt buckle. It's absolutely beautiful, and they're known for this. This is by Tatcha. This is their water cream, and it's $68. You can get it at Tatcha.com, or you can go into Sephora. What's crazy is it sold out 3 times on their website and in Sephora. It's back now. It's got an insane wait list. What it is it's basically like an anti-aging water cream moisturizer, but it has all of these Japanese superfoods that they're known into it. It also has this wild rose and Japanese leopard lily. This product is like the posh of the posh, and if you can get your hands on it, it's amazing. It truly is.
Oh, well, the packaging alone makes it look
very
very
posh. It's very decorative. It's a great gift too. The next thing that we were seeing is Charlotte Tilbury, the famous makeup artist that I love dearly. She does all of the red carpet practically. She came out with her Instant Eye palette. It's $75. This sold out on a flash sale, almost completely sold out. Then there was a 30K wait list. People signed on. 30K. 30,000 people signed up to get it for when it came back out. Then it sold out, and now it's back again. So, and I used this today. The colors are beautiful, very smooth, really gorgeous.
So you got to act quickly if you want to get your hands on
Yeah, this is kind of like what's hot and like cult favorites, and if you can get your hands on it, just get it.
Get it, yeah. If you see it,
Don't wait.
The next is my favorite hair care line, Alterna. Well, this is their super duper duper luxe line. This is their 10 collection, and this has basically 10 luxurious kind of high-end super effective ingredients. It has like white truffle oil, hyaluronic acid, which is natural, champagne, grapeseed oil. It's so beautiful. I have to tell you, I have never seen shine come from a product more than this. This is unbelievable. Super high end. Again, if you can see it or you see it at a salon, grab it. And then Amarte. A lot of people, this is the next product here, Amarte. They have this product that's called their Daily Exfoliator. It's a Korean-based line. That product is amazing. That product, you can't keep your hands on it. You can't get your hands on it. You can keep your hands on it if you can get it. But I have to say, they have this BB cream that is unbelievable, and that's what this is here. It only comes in 2 shades. That's my only issue with it, but I actually matched one of the shades called Natural Tint. It has this luminous kind of eggshell effect to it, and it has SPF, and it has all these skin kind of anti-aging benefits. If you fit within those 2 shades, this is forever changing your foundation.
What is a BB
Absolutely.
cream?
It's basically a beauty balm, so it's going to have a ton of products that are built into it, like, you know, anti-aging, even though that's like the bad word these days, but hey, I'll take all I can get, right?
Yeah, me too.
But it also has all these great nutrients and kind of like, you know, vitamins and
usually
minerals.
sunscreen too, right?
This has a great amount of sunscreen in it. It actually lasts. I get so many compliments on my skin when I'm wearing this right now. I get a ton of compliments on my skin because it has a natural luminosity. And as I was saying, as we get older, we want that because our skin gets duller. And so it's kind of cool because if you are looking in that market, I'm marketing this towards you and you and you.
And
because
everybody.
This brings out that glow to your skin. So it's great.
Speaking about a glow in my skin, when I see this, I smile. So I have another glow in my skin.
We are very excited about
Super Mario Brothers.
And that's not even the entire collection, which is so great. So Shu Yamura, which is known for their incredible makeup, the Japanese brand, they're also known for this another incredible hair care line, came out with a merger, kind of Mario Brothers times Shu Yamura. And so you have all of these collector's editions. This is ideal for anybody for Christmas, I'm saying right now. There's the cutest eyelash curler over there. Their shampoo cleansing oils. All of those products. Look how adorable that is.
It's got the star.
This little box, this makeup box, is quite possibly the cutest sized makeup box. I mean, I know who I'm
With
giving
the
that
Mario
to for
guys
Christmas.
on it. Yeah. So can you actually find this?
You can still get them, yes. So
and
they're
not
sold
it
out,
has
really
like
limited.
the brushes
The little brush
inside.
case. So this is great for your like beauty aficionado, but it's also really good for kind of like, you know, just to say, 'cause this is definitely going to be a classic. It's going to be kind of a collector's edition,
Yes,
so it's
definitely.
great.
And it'll make you smile every time
Yeah,
you
it's
use it.
fun.
I
It's fun to
love
have
it.
Cute cosmetic stuff.
It's a great array of stuff. I'm loving that, Mickey. Now you guys can get some more details about all the products she gets her hands on first by going to her website, sharetheglam.com. She has a blog there. And next, the show's going to the dogs. We'll be right back.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
It's that time of year again when creepy fish and eerie eels swim out of their holes to invite boys and girls of all ages to dress up in costume for a night of fish, fun, and fright. Join us Friday, October 20th from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Moat Aquarium. Sail the spooky seas and discover creatures from the deep in a safe and fun trick-or-treating zone. And don't miss our signature underwater pumpkin carving in our spooktacular shark tank. Visit www.moat.org/Halloween.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us swim! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
We've got something I'm really excited about tomorrow, and I want to give everybody a preview, so you're sure to tune in. The Suncoast's own Pompeo family dogs will be with us. Now, you recognize that name. They've been on Circus Sarasota, but this amazing video you're seeing here was part of America's Got Talent. So from the network national stage to our stage, we're going to have them here. And this was what the production looked like this summer as part of America's Got Talent.
Cute.
It was just amazing. It's a family environment. The kids are involved, as you can see. But one thing I learned was that these are all rescue dogs.
Yay!
So they rescue the dogs, they train them. It's not like these dogs are bred to do this. They are absolutely...
These are regular dogs?
But they find one
dogs.
that can, like a dog that likes to jump up. We
Right.
jump up. So they get him and they teach him to jump up in the tricks.
Yes.
And he loves it.
Yep, so they're really kind of taking what the dogs do best naturally and making it part of their act. But I could not have been more excited when I saw all this summer, and I can't wait to have them right here in our studio tomorrow.
I
so
like it.
Something to look forward to. You won't want to miss it. But right now, I'm looking forward to Nikita giving us Italian sausage and spaghetti squash. We'll be right back.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert Weather app now.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Skip the afternoon nap. We'll show you how to get energy that lasts. Coming up, 5 ways to fight fatigue with food. And taking a quick look at your first alert traffic. Right now, the interstate is looking clear, but eastbound drivers going over the John Ringling Causeway are seeing some heavy delays. So keep that in mind if you're heading in that direction. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Steve Newman.
I kind of like my afternoon nap, but we'll take a look at that story. We have some changes coming our way from the season's first cool front sagging southward. Do not expect miracles from this, but it should feel a little bit more comfortable with lower dew points coming in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we can have some claps of thunder overnight passing over the Suncoast as the front gets with us. We'll take a look at the complete local weather forecast and a look at a major storm that hit Great Britain coming up on ABC 7 News.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of Age Vital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At Age Vital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, Age Vital.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or been diagnosed with another asbestos-related cancer, call now. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Thousands of hardworking men and women have been diagnosed with mesothelioma because manufacturers put profits ahead of safety. Manufacturers knew the risks of asbestos exposure for years, but knowingly manufactured and sold deadly asbestos-containing materials, putting millions of American workers at risk. These manufacturers have tried to avoid compensating their victims, but the courts have ordered them to set aside an estimated $30 billion in trust money for the victims of asbestos. Call now to see if you're entitled to a portion of the $30 billion. You could receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or going to court.
Call 1-800-990-7362 now for a free legal consultation. Again, that's 1-800-990-7362. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Coming up Tuesday at 4 on Suncoast View, from a network national talent show to Circus Sarasota to our stage, we will welcome the Pompeo Family Dog Act. These Suncoast natives turn rescue dogs into center ring performers. We'll talk women's health with Gulf Coast Medical Group as part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Our beauty expert is back, and Jack Dusty at the Ritz joins us in the kitchen.
And welcome back. We're in the kitchen right now with Nikita from Guyer's Sausage Kitchen, and we have two of Stephanie's favorites, Italian sausage and squash.
And it's so yummy. Yes, so today we're making a stuffed spaghetti squash. Yay. So Mickey, if you want to start pulling it, I pre-cooked them. You know, obviously when you bake a spaghetti squash, you want to core it and bake it for about 45 minutes to an hour. I always put a little olive oil and salt and pepper just to give it that flavor while it's baking.
And you just use a fork and scoop that out?
You can just use a fork. See how it all falls right out.
Oh, yeah.
So while that's going, I have the Italian sausage cooking. Now I mixed 1.5 pounds of hot and mild Italian.
Okay.
So just because some people don't like it too spicy, but it gives it that little extra
flavor. And these are Guyer's homemade sausages,
yes, it
right?
is. It is our Italian sausage. It's made with the fennel. And as you can, I don't know if you can see, we're very lean. Everybody worries about the fat content.
Right.
We're very lean, so yeah, there's not.
So you don't have to switch to a turkey sausage.
So you don't have to worry too much about it.
Okay.
And then while this is sauteing, we'll go back and get this. Linda, we're going to add, to make the filling for the stuffed spaghetti squash, we have the garlic. So I have about 2 cloves of garlic.
Next?
The onions are next.
Okay. And
then keep it going. And then there's rosemary.
Rosemary.
And thyme.
Rosemary and thyme.
All fresh spices.
Oh, yes. And then sage.
You don't need to stir in between?
Yes, this smells amazing. Right here.
What about these?
Yes, now that's roasted red peppers. I love like a fire roasted red pepper because of the seasoning to it. Yep, you can throw that right in there. You can hear it starts going.
This would be
and
great
then
to add
next
to
is the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I use cherry tomatoes. I like, the wild ones with all the different colors and the fun because it kind of gives it a little bit different texture. So as this is sauteing and we have the meat going, since the meat is fully cooked, what we can do is we can add it all right in together. And so the juices of the sausage will give all of this like a good, very nice flavor.
I wish you could smell these herbs like we can, because the fresh herbs are just so aromatic.
It makes such a difference to use fresh herbs when you're doing this.
Now, is this something that you keep as part of your carry-out ever?
Yes, yeah, you can call in and place the order if you
order for this? Okay,
Oh, yes,
because I'm thinking I don't have all those herbs.
Keep it, to keep it fresh.
I'm thinking I want you to make this for me.
And how long does this cook for?
Oh, that doesn't take much time. Because with the meat already cooked, it takes about 5-7 minutes total.
Oh, wow.
Saute. Yeah, it's very, very easy. And then what I did is I have the recipe online. We make a homemade cream sauce. It's really easy. There's no flour, so anybody who's gluten-free, you don't have to worry. It's just heavy cream, Havarti dill, and Parmesan cheese.
And it goes in here?
And it goes in there.
It was already amazing. How can you get better?
It's going to be so good.
Yeah, so now you mix it all together.
Okay.
And
this is a great recipe, very creative.
Oh, thank you. And then finally, the spaghetti squash. So if you want to hand it on
over.
over.
The squash.
And that's why, I always like to use a pan with you get adding. There you go.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh
and serving it in the shell is a great idea.
Yeah, so once it's all mixed together, you put it back in the shell. You need two. You want two?
Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of this.
Here you go.
Didn't mess up these shells, Mickey.
I did a little aggressive digging, but I think it's okay.
That's okay.
They look good. They look good.
And it really, you forget how easy spaghetti squash is To bake and serve?
It is.
I mean, it comes right out of the shell. It's nothing to be scared of.
And if you're late, you're coming home late from work, whatever, you can even bake it in the microwave.
Oh.
If you're scared of but some people don't like using the microwave. Yeah, the hardest part is by far cutting it.
Cutting it, yeah. I mean, I grew up with spaghetti squash served with, you know, regular old marinara sauce on it. But
yes,
this is way better.
Well, I love our Italian sausage.
Does it taste as good if you cook it in the microwave?
No, because you don't let it, I mean, the shell doesn't get quite as crispy. You don't eat the shell anyways. I don't know, I just like the oven
It has
better.
a roasted taste when you
Yes,
put it in
yeah,
the
I like the oven better.
Wow.
And then all you have to do is sprinkle a little bit of this Parmesan cheese on top.
I need a fork. Oh, I have one.
And does it go in the oven after
yes,
that?
It does go in the oven, and with the magic of TV, I have a couple.
It's got to go.
Do you want to pull one out? I have a
Sure.
couple ready to go. I got the gloves right there.
And I have forks for you, Linda.
We couldn't help but, you know.
Linda, look.
We got forks, look. You don't have to use the dirty one.
Ooh, these are heavy.
All right, so this is Italian sausage stuffed spaghetti squash. I will admit, Bo Beth and I had a little cheat. It is absolutely amazing. You can order this from Geyer's Sausage Kitchen, or the recipe is online if you want to make it yourself. But I'm telling you right now, the key is to use Geyer's Italian sausage, because that is what makes this different than anything else. So give it a try, give it an order, and I'm excited that there's 4 of these right here for us, because we are going to dig in. All right, Nikita, this might be one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Again. Thank you.
We're getting our fall on. All right, Mickey, we'll see you back here tomorrow, okay? You have to come and work another day.
Yay!
All right. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day and take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.
That's it.